If you've heard about a personal injury case settling for a certain amount, you might wonder how much of that money the injured person actually receives. My name is Zach Anderson. I'm a co-owner of 217 Law and a injury lawyer in Central Illinois. In this video, I want to explain some of the factors that affect how a settlement is ultimately distributed in a personal injury case. In most personal injury cases, lawyers work on what's called a contingency fee. Contingency fee essentially just means that the attorney receives a percentage of the ultimate recovery. The contingency fee on a lot of injury cases in Illinois is around one third, and that is also my standard fee. But that being said, my fee fluctuates sometimes depending on the case. For example, if a case is very complex and goes into litigation, then my fee may rise to 40%. Conversely, in a lot of cases, especially cases that resolve before a lawsuit is filed, I find that I reduce my fee. I'll do this for a number of reasons. If I didn't have to do a whole lot to secure the recovery, then I'll reduce my fee. Um, Likewise, I'm not a type of lawyer that will ever take more money than my clients actually receive on a case. So, if because of some things that I'll talk about in a minute, liens, etc., reduce my client's recovery such that the one third fee would be more than the amount that my client may receive, then I'd reduce my fee. Um, Cases involving kids, I always reduce my fees. Just really depends. In addition to the attorney fee, the contingency fee, there'll be case-related expenses that reduce the amount of money that an injured person receives. Case-related expenses is money that's advanced by the law firm while a claim is being pursued. So in most cases, virtually every injury case that we have anyway, there'll be fees for obtaining medical records and medical bills. If a case goes into litigation, then there'll be fees, filing fees for filing a lawsuit. There'll be cost for deposition transcripts, and cost for things like expert witnesses if they're needed. Another very important factor is the medical bills and potential liens. Health insurance companies, medical providers, or other entities may have legal rights to reimbursement from the settlement for treatment that they've paid related to the injury. And so those liens can reduce the amount of money that a person receives. Because of these different factors, the amount of money that a person receives following a case can really depend on the specifics of the case. I've had clients before that come to me and they say, "Well, I don't understand why um, my recovery for this injury is less than you know something that my neighbor received in an injury case 4 years ago." Well, odds are that the lien on the newer case is a lot more than the older case, which may reduce the recovery. So, really, what I mean by using that hypothetical is no two injury cases are the same. If you've been injured in Central Illinois and you have any questions about liens or how much money you might receive on settlements, things of that nature following an injury issue, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you and uh, see if we might be a good fit to work together.